So the purpose of this video is to show that you can get a triple S rank with a few guns that I think a lot of us are used to. So the pistol, first and foremost, all of us have used in the main campaign, so we're pretty familiar with that gun. And then the other one is the rifle. The reason for that is because it is necessary in some cases where you do need to take out stronger enemies and just when you do need the range. So that's what we're going to be taking those two. And these are going to be some of the upgrades that I need. The one thing that I would recommend that I do that you would do differently is that increasing the rate of fire is probably a lot better at the very beginning of a run, and then firepower will come later. And then of course you want to go ahead and switch your weapons to however it is that you usually organize them. If you organize it a certain way in the campaign, you want to do it in the same way here, just to familiarize yourself with that. And so here we start off with going in a straight line, just straight to the ability. And when I mean straight line, I mean you're going to be taking out every single thing in your path. So as you can see, you could go take a wide turn to the right, but however, we're just going to go ahead and take out everything. Slow motion is good here. The reason for that is because unlike other areas, you don't necessarily need them to catch up to you at all. Usually you kind of want to kite the enemies towards you. Here you can just go ahead and take out everyone because everyone is in this condensed area. And also you want to take out that Lycan and leave that one ghoul alive. You usually want to leave at least something alive in order to come back. And because this area is wide enough, you can't just go ahead and kind of skirt your way around enemies. And before I pick up the time, I just kill everyone because there's always a chance that they can hit you. And then you just make that straight line here towards the ability. You can take out just about anything really, and this Lycan sometimes doesn't show up unless you've killed enough enemies. And so that's also a good reason why you only leave the one go alive. Infighter is really good here, but Fickle Shooter is okay, and then Assassination Dash is what I like using, especially for the later stages. So here Assassination Dash is pretty useful, but it's not completely necessary. Other levels, I feel like it is a necessity in order to keep your combo timer up, but here it's more just of a luxury. And here you're gonna see that whenever I knock them down or have them at a little bit of health, I do switch to the handgun, and the reason for that is because the fire rate for most weapons at the very beginning is so low that you can't kill things in a timely manner, so it's just easier to switch to something else. And if you're not very good with the sniper, it's okay. I mean, you have enough time here in order to be able to at least whittle down the health to an amount that's pretty comfortable. Because you do have the 20 round magazine with the pistol, so you can take them out just through sheer numbers. And here I take Break Shot. Break Shot is really good, and I never take any of the health related abilities unless I need to, or unless I have to, because it's no other choice. Break Shot is really good when you have it with a sniper or a shotgun, except for when you hit armor. That's the only time that it's not good. But however, here it is. If we didn't take out the Lycan, we would have just left the ghoul here and just kind of skirted around them, so that when we come back, we can actually just keep the chain going with the combo. And here, these are the last enemies. I try to go for a double shot and miss. But yeah, that's pretty much this entire level. Just take up all the items, and you want them not because you're going to use them necessarily, but because you can sell them off to get better upgrades later down the line. And that's my time. So this is kind of what we're aiming for. We double S for sure in order to get the unlock, but triple S just, I mean, because why not? That's what we should be aiming for. So rate of fire for sure, power for sure. Then if you are just wanting to use the pistol, you can just go ahead and use the pistol. It is something that I primarily use in this run, so it is viable to just upgrade that. However, I do go ahead with power, and you're gonna kind of see why it's not the greatest idea to do that, especially since I use the pistol way more than I do the sniper here.
Till next we.
So in this next area, I do mess up a little bit. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show what not to do, and then what you need to do afterwards. So here, you just take out the enemies that are in your way. Just go ahead and you don't need to skirt past them. You can just go ahead and kill as many as you want. But here, you'll see these guys. So the bow and arrow guys are really useful because they're very predictable. They don't ever move, so you can always count on them to be a certain place. But because the ability that we're going for right now is pretty far away, you want to keep them alive. And so you're gonna see right here that I try to do all of this stuff and then come back later on. Oh, and by the way, out of reach is really good because we do have the sniper, and then the pistol is kind of fine. And so right here, we go ahead and pick up this ability. Corpse Combustor is the best one here. It sometimes can really save you some time, especially when you're fighting against the Iron Man guys in the factory. Sometimes you want that explosion to stun them, and then you can get a free shot off real quick. So this is what you're supposed to do. Kill this ghoul, you go stick to the right, and then you come here, and then kill this one. And from there you have enough time to go to the ability, and then pick it up, and then come back. And the bow and arrow guys that you saw, you pick one off, you move a little bit forward, you pick another one off, then you move a little bit forward, and then get a time, and then hit the last one, or vice versa. And then here, we saw that I upgraded the firepower previously. The reason it's unnecessary is you're not going to one-shot those guys anyway, so it's almost better to upgrade the pistol at that point. And from here on, you can just move forward and then pick off a couple as you move forward as well, right here. And then here you can just move, get the pistol out because of this barrel. And then just keep moving forward. You can pick up Lee, kind of like how I'm doing right here. But the next guys won't spawn until you get pretty close right here. And then you can just take this corner, hide a little bit. You can be in that corner that we were just in and wait there, or you can just go ahead and move a little bit forward. But then now we're going to that blue orb right there. I do have enough time to reload. I didn't really need to switch to the pistol and finish them off. Magic Magazine is probably the best one. You do get that from getting an S rank, I believe, in this village mission or stage, and it's pretty good. Even if you don't get a triple S, even if you do mess up and you still haven't unlocked the higher skills that the later stages will give you, you still want to at least get as far as you can because it does give you really useful skills. And by the way, like these guys will always spawn in the same spot, so you just take them out. But yeah, you do want to get those better skills. For Magic Magazine, it's really good depending on what weapon you have. So for instance, the shotgun, there's one that only has a ammo capacity of 2, that increases it to 4, which is a lot better. And it'll just make things a lot more comfortable for you. You don't have to reload. You want to worry about upgrading reload speed or ammo capacity. So that means two upgrades you don't even have to worry about. You can just focus on firepower and fire rate.
Anything, my friend.
And then back here, you want to sell off any of the excess ammo that you have in order to be able to upgrade further. With sniper ammo, I also just think that you don't need that much. Depending on the stage, you will need about 60. So, but for the village, I believe it's 40 for. At the very most 40, so you don't ever need to get more than that. You could even go with 30 because you are bound to pick some up, and then you do have handgun ammo, you do have pipe bombs, you have all those other things as well. So I end up getting firepower 4 and then rate of fire 2. And as we've seen throughout the video, I've primarily been using the handgun. You know, on occasion I've used the sniper. But I kind of tend to not use it because not everyone is versed with using a sniper. So here we just started with getting the ability. Fickle Shooter is the only really viable thing here. It's if you do enough damage, you are not going to get hit. So that's the reason behind that. And then here you just want to switch over to your sniper rifle. You can take out both of them, and from here you can see that there's 3 bow and arrow guys, but you just want to go ahead and run straight through, throw a pipe bomb in, you get Iron Man, you get about 2 or 3 different zombies. You want to clear out this thing as quickly as possible. For the majority of the village section, everything spawns right away, and you don't have to come back, which is something that you do have to do in the later stages. So here's very straightforward. Just go as fast as you can. Whenever there's a group, you want to go... I was shooting at them. You want to go just... clear out anything as fast as possible, and right here is pretty much just straightforward. After killing these two, however, I did this preemptively because I'm hard difficulty. Iron Man is right in front of this door, but here, if you know that he's there, you can take more time to line up your shot. And here I go for no-brainer because it's a more universal upgrade, and here you need to go pretty fast in order to get that bow and arrow guy because you can run out of time just going in that little attic or basement area. And here you want to switch to sniper again because there's going to be another Iron Man here. And then the last ability you don't really need, but I mean, why not? Because I didn't even choose anything. By that point, you probably have all the upgrades that you want. However, if you are going to have trouble with this Lycan at the very end, it is pretty useful. And you have all the time in the world to go for a headshot here, so you can do that. That thing done quite. It's almost dead. And then just get the explosive barrel. And then that's pretty much it. Only 2 enemies left. So it is pretty open-ended how you can do this. I think this is a good way for just about anyone to be able to get a triple S. So maybe I need to go more into detail, but for right now I think that's simple enough.